Kerri Walsh Jennings' quest for a fourth gold medal is over. Walsh Jennings and partner April Ross fell to Agatha and Barbara of Brazil in a match played just after midnight on Wednesday morning, losing in straight sets at the beach volleyball stadium on Copacabana Beach. A loud and largely pro-Brazilian crowd packed the stands for the midnight match, in a showdown that everyone in the beach volleyball world had been waiting for. Walsh Jennings had never lost an Olympic beach volleyball match before Tuesday night. Afterwards, she took on much of the blame, and regretted an opportunity lost. "We just never gave ourselves breathing room," the three-time gold medalist said. "We could squash that team, and we have in the past. I say that with so much respect, because they are very good. Tonight, they rose to the occasion. I certainly did not, and there's no excuse for it." The atmosphere was particularly charged after the more veteran Brazil beach volleyball team Larissa and Thalita lost earlier in the day in the other semifinal. Couple that with the women's soccer team falling to Sweden in their semifinal, and it felt as if the entire nation's hopes were riding with Agatha and Barbara. This was their team, playing in their stadium, right on Copacabana Beach, which many Brazilians consider the spiritual home of beach volleyball. The match began as a contrast in styles, with Brazil showing off its creativity and the Americans relying on the power of Walsh Jennings to win points. In an interesting strategy, the Brazilians repeatedly targeted Walsh Jennings with serves early in the first. While at first Walsh Jennings seemed uncomfortable, she eventually settled in, which set her up for repeated spikes. The Brazilians stuck with it, though, which paid dividends with a big ace to tie the set at 18-18. After both teams traded point after point, the set was finally decided on a serve down the middle which Walsh Jennings and Ross both thought would sail out of bounds. It dropped on the line, and the Brazilians had a 1-0 lead. "You gotta pass the ball to win matches. I don't know how many aces they got on me in that game. 4, maybe. That's unacceptable and inexcusable," said Walsh Jennings. She wasn't surprised that the Brazilians kept picking on her, either. "I wasn't passing the ball. You see the weakness and you go after it, and my weakness tonight was passing the ball." Agatha and Barbara came out firing in the second. A quick ace, a couple creative shots at the net and 2 consecutive massive blocks by Agatha on Walsh Jennings saw them up 6-2 and the stadium shaking. The Americans clawed their way back quickly, though, and once again the match settled into its rhythm of points being traded, neither team able to separate from its opponent by more than a point or two. The most thrilling point of the match came at 13-12 Brazil, when both teams traded diving shot after diving shot, eventually ending in a Brazil winner down the middle. The crowd leapt to its feet, and chants of Brazil, Brazil echoed out across Copacabana Beach. The Americans never stopped fighting, but Brazil's serving, and creativity at net, was too much. The set ended 21-18. Walsh Jennings and Ross will play in the bronze medal match against Brazil's Larissa and Thalita on Wednesday night at 10 p.m. "It's our final now," said Ross. "We expect them to come in as pissed off as we are." Despite the loss, Walsh Jennings wouldn't make any statements about her future. When asked if she could come back in 4 years, she answered, "I know I can. I don't know if I will. I want to go home with a bronze medal. And then we'll see."